Hola to you, Dua. We're getting started here slowly. I'm kind of doing double duty tonight. I got the Habs. I also have F1s in town, so I'm kind of just like on the socials looking up F1 stuff as well. So I'm not nervous. Are you nervous? I'm not nervous. It's fun, man. We're having a good time here. Go Habs, go. I like it. Robert says I'm greedy. I want two now. I think everybody wants two now. If we bring our aim game, we win. Man, that was a convincing win. But you know what? So was Buffalo in game six. They won that one convincingly, and everybody was feeling a type of way. And then, lo and behold, Canadians still came back and won. You just don't, you just never know with these playoffs. You never know with this team. It really is just like anything goes. We shall see. Let me get the lines up for you. I would be really shocked if there was a big change. If there was any change at all, there is none. Spaghetti with Italian sausage and rotini. Happy birthday to my wife. Yes, it is indeed my wife's birthday. She got a friend over, got some friends coming. Um, Debbie, not Debbie. Hello, Kelly Morgan. How nice would a 2-0 series lead be heading back to Montreal? Steak and lobster on the menu in Cali. Damn, Robert, you are living the life. You are living the high life. Enjoy enjoy every day, my friend. Soak up the sun, enjoy the steak and lobster, some watch hockey. What more do you want in this? There's nothing more we can ask for in this life, I think. World peace maybe, but we can't get it, so let's it's out of our hands. But the things that are in control, you can eat some steak and lobster tonight. Here are the Habs lines for you, by the way. Um, same old, same old. Nothing new there for you. What the heck is going on in the Bell Center with the Habs there? Too much pressure. So as you may have seen, the latest episode of Hockey Inside Out with Chris Knuckles Nyland and Rick Green and Stu Cowan is about this very subject: why the Canadians struggle at home. Um, and one thing is that they're not the only team that's struggling at home. Lots of teams are struggling to win at home. Um, it's just, you know what? The teams are so even. There's so much parity. I just think that that little extra bit of pressure can throw you off. You know what I mean? When you're on the road, there's nothing, you got nothing to lose. You're playing free. Every other team, they're at home. They just, I don't know, a little bit of something, I gotta say. So I don't know if it's anything specific to Montreal, but it just seems like teams in general are struggling at home. Habs are maybe the more ex- extreme example. That's maybe the one difference. Um, Good to see you too, SC. Let's see a 2-0 series lead take place. Go Habs go. Vegas Montreal in the finals. It's every Toronto Maple Leafs fan's nightmare. The Mitch Marner versus the Habs final. But I think there's a very good chance we see it. I mean, obviously there's a 25% chance we see it, but maybe more. Vegas seems to have met Colorado at the right time without Kale McCarr. Karen's a bit of a wreck right now. Save me some lobster. Yeah. Do a go over to Robert's place. He's got the hookup today. If Habs advance and Vegas goes, I'm going to Vegas, baby, for the finals. Do it. Oh my God. Quick flight for you. Do it. Sourpuss Maple Ass fans all over the city of Guelph. Guelph is deep, deep, deep Leafs nation. Guelph is a tough place to get to when you're a Montrealer. Toronto's that 6 hour drive, and you're like, oh, that was a lot. And then Guelph, it's like add another like 90 minutes to that thing in the highway, and you're just like, oof. Feature coming up on Mike Matheson on Sportsnet. Hey, Mark, by the way, Mike Matheson, I think is having a great playoff. But I also think that this playoff has been like a real coming out party for other defensemen, which is going to maybe allow Matheson in the future to slot more properly going forward. I hope so. Home ice disadvantage, basically. That hat better not say TML, rather MTL. It is MTL. I know it. I understand the confusion. I get it all the time. It is MTL. They didn't. The designers of this art gang, I don't think thought it totally through. Um, but I will say that this is the winning hat so far. Habs have won twice in a row now since I started wearing it. I'm gonna wear it till they lose, and then I'll swap. Is it my anniversary today? No, it's my wife's birthday though. She very kindly said that I could watch this, but I will uh, make it up to her. She knows how it goes. If we win today, guys, we will advance. Crazy. I wouldn't put it. I would put it that way. Not against Carolina. Newhook Dobish MVP so far. I didn't think missing McCarr would make such a difference. I didn't think. I mean, obviously, I knew it'd be a big issue, but I didn't realize just how lost Colorado would be. I still thought like Taves, Malinsky. I'm like, okay, these guys can still move on defense, but nope. Plays 30 minutes a game. Yeah, what a crazy, what a crazy turn of events. Vegas have definitely gotten fortunate here that they're facing Colorado without McCarr. If the weather was better, I would move there. Yeah, it's lovely today, but my allergies are kicking the crap out of me today. I have to say. You would be surprised at the large amount of Hab fans living all over Ontario. Guelph, my hometown, lots of us in enemy territory. Hi to Dino of Dino's Sports Store. He's a crazy Habs fan. Reno, I will say, I mean, a lot of my wife's family has started out in Montreal, started out in the South Shore, and have gradually moved westward and westward in Ontario. So I feel like a lot of Montrealers have done the same over the years, made the trek out to Toronto, and then more out to Kitchener, Waterloo, and Guelph, and other places like that. And I think we're seeing a lot of that. 2 degrees and rain in Toronto. Bruno Mars outdoor concert rescheduled for May 31st. Can it be rescheduled for never? I kid. I'm not a fan. I don't hate. I don't look. I don't hate the guy, but I don't know. Talented, talented, talented man, no doubt. But I think his music's corny as hell. You guys don't pay me for my music opinions. Are you sad that Are you sad that they don't have the bilingual announcer tonight? He said he's not going to do it. Hello, Karen. Everyone understands the situation. I am a freaking wreck. You guys never heard of him. I listen to Meshuggah and Gojira. Well, then you're not gonna like Bruno Mars. I'll tell you that much. We go 2-0. We advance. Facts. It seems the organization was upset at the bilingual part. Do you think that was what happened? It's possible. How can you not love Bruno Mars? All caps. You guys have to move to San Diego. Great weather and no Habs blackouts. Robert, I would move. I'm a big San Francisco Giants fan, so I love the NL West, and so I would go see a lot of Padres games and root for the Giants if I was there. That's the difference between a top class group like the Habs and the petty Canes. I'm curious to know if you guys think. Yeah, I read the bilingual singer is no, he's not. Robert says I dropped 500 on official jersey and sweatshirt last weekend. Crazy. Oh, you have a Cole Caulfield jersey. Don't tell T Moore. T Moore won't be happy that you spent that money. Blue Jays game today and full of Habs jerseys. Oh my God! And you everywhere you walk in Montreal, everybody's just wearing Habs stuff all the time. It's unbelievable. But yeah, Mark, this is the big mystery we're all wondering about. This wonderful bilingual singer that we all enjoyed is suddenly not going to sing the rest of the series. We know the Hurricanes are petty. I have to ask you guys. I have to ask you guys. Do you think the Hurricanes let go the bilingual anthem singer to be petty? Do you think I wouldn't put anything past the Carolina Hurricanes at this point. By the way, if you guys ask me what I'm drinking tonight, I have a Margaritaville brand Land Shark beer. Not a sponsor. They want to sponsor me. They can sponsor me, but they're not a sponsor. Karen says, I know exactly why we play better on the road. Half the team has babies at home and nobody can get any sleep. I That's maybe the best reason. Hey, Michael Paul. Good news. I've been on golf trips to Myrtle Beach 6 times. Love the Carolinas, just not their hockey team. Typical of the Canes owner. Karen thinks yes. Mark doesn't think so. Robert says no. Karen French. Al Wilson says we should sign the anthem singer to an offer sheet. I like that. That's funny. Eric is getting his drink on. I will say that so far this season, I have never had more than one beer during a game. I really like. It's literally just to like lubricate my throat. Which I don't know if you guys could hear it, but as we get through these playoffs, man, my voice is raspier and raspier. Um, my allergies are. I am just like mainlining Claritin and Flonase into my bloodstream right now just to stay alive. Um, Allergies for me have been brutal this spring. I don't know if you guys are in Montreal and if you guys still suffer. I was told with seasonal allergies that it was like a young man's thing, and that by the time I reached my like mid 30s or so, that they would probably dissipate because they used to be pretty bad too in my 20s. But in the last 3 years, they've gotten a million times worse, and I'm like, yo, I'm 41. I'm supposed to. I'm supposed to be suffering from old man conditions now, not young man conditions. But unfortunately, I still have the young man conditions. We are losing Sam Galley and keep X. Is this the off? You talking about the off season? I don't know what you're talking about. Sid Sixero continues to shut down Habs haters and supporting Habs all the way. He is saying sweep. I saw that and I was like crazy. Oh, the West Coast has allergies too. I thought maybe they didn't. I don't know. I thought maybe the climate would be different. Raw honey for my throat. I know. I need to take care of myself. He sang the bilingual version during Ottawa games for years in Carolina. Yeah, but Ottawa never beat Carolina. They got swept by Carolina. So I'm wondering if I hope we don't see second period Habs tonight. Yeah, definitely hope not. But yeah, very curious about this anthem singer business. Are anthem singers under contracts for teams? It's kind of a weird. I gotta tell you about the. No, not really, but there's kind of a weird thing where if you guys remember Charles Prevost Linton, who was the Habs anthem singer for a very long time, was fantastic. Everybody loved him. He did a commercial with Budweiser, competitor of Molson. We never saw him again. That was like an instant, you are gone. So the anthem singers, I don't believe have any contracts. They just have to abide by a bunch of strict rules, and they can be let go at any time. It's definitely a freelance gig. Vegas is a lock. I mean, to me, it really just depends on McCarr. If McCarr comes back, they got a shot. If McCarr doesn't come back in time, no. The GM was part of the Torts boycott. The question is, Torts fired after the season for costing Vegas the second round pick. Torts is not under contract. He's made it, I think, pretty clear that this is like he's here for the playoff. He's here for a good time, not a long time. I don't think he. I'm not so sure. I don't know if he actually wants to come back. To be honest, I think he saw this as a really good opportunity to fix up that team, but I don't think he's that excited about being there long term. That was the vibe I got. Jeff Gordon was on overdrive yesterday. He's a great guy. Yeah, he's good. He's a straight shooter. That guy. He deserves what he got for drinking Pissweiser. Disgusting. Oh, I don't mind. Bud Light, I'm not a fan of, but just like regular Bud, it's not bad. Gets the job done sometimes. Famous Canuck singer Mark Donnelly was fired for speaking out against COVID rules. Ah, yes, the old the COVIDy types. Very fascinating. Mark asks Alwison, who Pisswiser? So as Mark, I was just saying earlier, just a story that the old Montreal Canadiens anthem singer Charles Prévost Linton was no longer the anthem singer for the Canadiens after he did a commercial for Budweiser. Obviously, Molson, a Molson competitor. Who wins? I don't know what to, look. I will say so far for the Canadians, it's very much been like win loss win loss win loss. I have a feeling that Carolina's gonna go all out to try to win tonight. So I'm gonna say Carolina, but I'm also gonna say anything's possible. Happy for Paul Bissonnette. He's all over the place now. He's wearing a CH wear after giving up on the Leafs. Bissonnette hates the Habs. Surprised to see him rooting for him. Bissonnette had some grapefruits taking on 7 people in that fight in Arizona. That was a crazy story. Eric Cole was good for a bad Habs team. He was great. Yeah, Eric Cole was fine. He just it was kind of that last year when he got traded to Dallas. He did not want to. He did not want to play for the Habs anymore. He wanted to go back to the U.S. Yeah, no. Blue. Nobody didn't die. He didn't die from COVID complications. He died of sepsis, as Ryan said. Roger Doucette. That was the voice of the Forum and the Habs. Sure was. Hi all. Hey Harry. Ready for another quick hurricane lead followed by Canadians comeback? Well, I hope not. Tired of that. Pneumonia that turned into sepsis. That is the official word from his camp. Yes. Sounds loud. Let's quiet this place down. Yeah, I don't know how Carolina fans liked getting razzed by the rest of the hockey world for leaving the game early on Thursday. Wasn't a good look for them. I'm curious to see where they go from here. No French. No French for the. Anderson is in nets. Excellent. Yeah, they're not taking him out just yet. They named Arena 2 in the Dollard Civic Center, the Roger Doucette Arena. Oh, I love that. Mark says, I'm French. I honestly don't care if it's sung in French. I feel too much is made of that. Welcome to Quebec. You're Mark, you have the pleasure of being a Franco-Ontarian, where you don't have to care, but my God, in Quebec, we care. We care a lot. Too much. Too much, probably, but so if we get to the next round, who do we prefer? It's Vegas. We have home ice advantage. Not that helps us. If they get to the finals, I'm just stoked. Yeah, they definitely hired somebody to. Yeah, I don't know. This Anthem, man. Anthem shouldn't be sung anyway. I agree. I'm also an anthem denier, especially when it comes to cities. I think the national anthem should be sung at the Olympics, Yeah, exactly. When it's country versus country, sure, go for it. When it's cities, it's just kind of weird. Goodness gracious, what a not very good anthem. All right, off we go. Leslie Nielsen would have done better. I'll take that. Karaoke open mic stuff. That's funny. Don't know why. I just feel Carolina will get the split. Hope not. They're too good. Adam, you're so always so. I get it. You don't want to get too like ahead of yourself. But I feel like you're always kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. But the Habs are in the third round. There's no more shoes to drop. It's just it is what it is now. For your own health. I don't want you coming in if the Habs lose tonight and be like, I knew what happened. Life is miserable. Like, I don't know. It's third round. It's great. Everything's good. Yeah, you guys are pointing out that pass by Slav, not what you want to be seeing. Very nice defensive effort though by Mike Matheson. This series I feel is well suited for his abilities. We survived the first minute of this game. This game is ours. Yes. I was wondering who's keeping time here. Canes defense isn't jumping as much already. That will affect their offense. Yeah, they're. I wonder if they're going to be playing a little more safe tonight. Oof. Keeping them to the outside, clearing the puck. Slav played awesome last game. He sure did. Let's hope he can build off that. He did not build off that. It's 1-0 Carolina. Just a weird ping pongy goal, and it's So they still score pretty early. This time it's at 2:33, and it's Eric Robinson with his second goal of the series already. Now, yeah, so far the Canadians have been good at getting it right back. Can they get it right back? As Ray-Ban said, Anderson's still in there. Who knows? Good high tip, not much you can do. Let the Canes get overconfident. The Canes won't be sleeping to start this game. I'm not worried. We won game one, so it's all good. We lasted over 2:30 this time. I guess that's something. They look off. I don't know if they. I mean, right now, both teams seem a little disjointed. I would say, but the Canadians perhaps a little more so. But I'm not going to. They're down 1-0, but I'm not going to ascribe to the sky is falling just yet. Oh, very odd shot blocked by Slavkovsky, but I guess his skate. Oh boy. It looks like his. Are you guys sure it's not his skate blade? He was very like. I don't know. Let's see. I looked like it was escape. Like he was like ably bodily leaping, which is usually what happens when your skate blade is busted. But I don't know. I guess we'll find out in a second. Yeah, it looked more like a blade thing. But, oof. Yeah, if Jankowski was Jankowski, right? If he had pulled it off, that would have been cool. Looked like no blade. That was my thought as well. It just was like such a weird way that he like was very like ably able to like jump on one leg. Like you can't really do that if you completely shattered your other ankle, in my opinion. But I could be wrong. Either way, not a great start for the Habs so far. Outshot 4-0 so far in this early little bit. Just a stinger then for a stinger or a skate blade issue, but back. Ooh. So yeah, it looked like Slav blocked it on the knee, and as you guys know, there's gonna be a big welt tomorrow, but tonight he's still able-bodied and able to continue. Give him a gummy, that would help. Yeah, 3 shots now, 4 shots. Oh my god, last night too, or last game, I was just like, they kept changing the shot counter. It was the third period. It was 2 shots, 1 shot, 2 shots. I think it was one in the end. Like I was just like, hey, I got a file, guys. Just decide on how many shots. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to me how many shots it is. But yes, this like going back and forth on the shot counter is a real. When you're striving for accuracy, it's a very annoying thing. So it's 1-0 Hurricanes, as you guys know. That goal was scored by Eric Robinson off the deflection, assisted by William Carrier and Mark Jankowski. Ooh, nice. Tonight, Carolina is definitely giving it all their all on defense. All right. Well, the Canadians get a little power play opportunity coming up here after the break. Um, they needed it. They don't have a shot on goal yet. Carolina's got four and they got a goal, so the Canadians at least need to get some movement going on the power play here. Stink oven. Dude has a name like a 19th century prostitute from the wrong side of the tracks. Oh my god, what a yo. Yama Jim. You went deep. You went deep on the insult there. I like it. Deep on the catch and strays here, Stankoven tonight. They cannot keep up that pace. They'll revert soon enough. Corey Perry doesn't like Sutherland. Remember game 6 versus Vegas. Dobesh's edibles don't kick in until he sees a few shots. Bury time on the power play. Kelly Sutherland is okay, right? I mean, Kelly's been at it for so long. I would imagine that. I think we're all cool with Kelly Sutherland. I think. Yeah, I don't know how you guys feel. Anthem singers snubbed. Michigan attempted. Like, are Carolina... What do you think about... Are Carolina playing games? Are they playing mind games with the Habs? What do you guys think? Or are we just too serious? Are they just like a new market kind of team, and we're just being too serious? Could be that. The Habs were 0 for 2 on the power play last game. Is that true? I expected Carolina to come flying. Can't leave home down 2-0. They sure can. Adam says the Canes are not going to get tired. Nobody's getting like tired. People are maybe getting sloppy, but which maybe it's because they're tired. But the TV announcers seem biased against the Habs. Where are you watching tonight? Are you watching CBC Sportsnet or the U.S. broadcasts? Jovesh is amazing. They did the same on social media with the Philly and the Sens. Yeah, they're just but the Anthem singer in the Michigan's like different. It's like definitely like an organizational thing. I don't hear bias announcing either. I think sometimes I think they get a little awkward trying to manufacture enthusiasm over two teams that they don't really like know super well. I guess they know the Habs pretty well now. They've been following them for the last month, but I do find that it's more that just like getting gung ho about the games. Oh, could have been a nice chance there, but not a very good power play. They having a real hard time getting settled here. The weakness for the Canes is in nets. Well, you know what is a way that we can't exploit that weakness is if the Canadiens get 0 shots on goal, which is what's currently happening. Michigan. You didn't see earlier Svechnikov tried to lift the puck up. That's when you're behind the net, and then you lift the puck up, and then you try to swing it around, and you put it over like just under the crossbar. It's a bit of a trick shot. Not one not goddamn shot. Go home, Montreal. Series over. Adams series already over in Adams' mind. Bad power play though. I'll give you that. It was a weak PP. Very weak PP so far. Let's see how Anderson looks. Haven't tested him at all. 0 shots. Hey, Aragorn. Yeah, Karen, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Is that like, are they trying to like show up the Habs a little? TNT crew loves the Canes. Yeah, that wouldn't shock me. Well, there you go. Oh, what a steal. How about it, Josh Anderson? You got it? What a play by Josh Anderson, and it's 1-1. Anderson on Anderson. Unbelievable. Turnover and bang, tie game. That's how it goes. What did I tell you about the human set? That was not a great play by Freddie Anderson. Great play by Josh Anderson. Bad play by Freddie Anderson. They're streaming for the exits. Sloppy and slow play. Great play by Gooley. Gooley was fantastic on that one. Dano again, by the way. Dano with another assist. Sweet feed by Dano. That's one shot, right? One shot, one goal. So the Habs didn't get a shot on goal until 11-11. Yikes. Oh, that's a post. One shot, one goal. All you need. Seems like a Leafs game. Get outplayed, score on the first shot. Is that a Leafs? Is that a Leafs thing? I was unaware that that was a Leafs thing. I don't watch. The Canes didn't give up the lead 30 seconds later, so they're playing better. Yes, better first for the Canes. I would say compared to the last game, and not as bad as the second period for the Habs in Game One. So, oof, Damidov looking deadly as ever. Here is the goal, by the way. Caden Gooley's got 8 assists. What a playoff that guy's having, man. If y'all came into this playoff with any skepticism about Caden Gooley, and let me tell you, I think I did more so than maybe any other player on this team. Yes, Slav is back and he's A-okay. Sorry, couldn't mute that one. Couldn't mute that sneeze fast enough. How good has Caden Gooley been since he could fully recover? Like, crazy good. Remember he missed a few games at the end of the season? And it was like, oh no, here we go again. But I do think he was probably like 95%, and they were just like, let's just get you clean before the playoffs. Anderson was a Leaf. The best thing he did is what Marner did as well as others, and that's leave. That's funny. Canadian saved by the glove pass there, but yeah, not finding this painful to watch or being manhandled. Yeah, not a great start to the first, but alas, like a few periods this playoff, the other team can't take a lead, so doesn't much matter. The Canadians can kind of weather the storm a little bit, but Slavkovsky came back. He's fine. He's okay. Unless he left again, but I've seen him taking a shift. No, if we'd stopped the Monty experiment, we'd be number one. Sid Sixera was the one. I was watching that video today where he's really going after Carolina, being like, the reason why Carolina keeps losing in the conference final is because the Metro is a bad division. I should put that question to you. Sorry, I miss. Sorry, I realize now that I typed it, I misspelled Sixera's name. But he said the Canes always lose in the conference final because the Metro Division is bad and they feast on bad competition. Do you think that that's the case? And that's why historically they've been pretty bad in the conference final. That of course could change. That can change tonight. I'm not saying that that's not that's how it's going, but I wonder if you feel like there's that. I watched Sid today for the first time. He's on my feed all the time. I get a lot of him. I mean, you start watching a few clips of his, and then they keep giving them to you. Law of averages. Sometimes going like that is unsustainable. We can't rely on Dovish alone. No, 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 for sure not. But they did score. They did win 6-2 last game, so the offense is there. They can definitely win games with the offense. Yeah, he's back. He's there. He's there. Without Dobish, Habs would have been golfing long ago. Let's be real here, folks. I mean, he's part of the team. That's just how it goes sometimes. I've heard that too, but you know what? I've always heard players always, when players talk about it, they always say like, "Hey, the goalie's part of the team, and it's you have to get good goaltending." You know what I mean? It's part of the equation. The Canadiens did it, and I would argue that the Sabres didn't have great goaltending. Tampa had great goaltending when they won. I don't know if the goaltending. I don't know if Vasilevsky's as good as he. I mean, he had a great regular season, but in the playoffs, he definitely, I think, wasn't quite there for them. And now we'll see about Freddie Anderson. Atlantic Division was brutal this year, man. I mean, for the Habs to get out of the Atlantic Division is a massive accomplishment. I hope everybody feels that a little bit and appreciates that a little bit. And it looks like we're going to get a Carolina power play coming up. Struble is brain dead. What? Let them play. That was a dive. You guys have now run the gamut of shouldn't have been a penalty. Let them play. Struble's brain dead. I think it could be all three. No, I think he did grab him. Comparing our division and the Atlantic is like comparing the Premier League to Division One in football. We call on Struble. They know they can't win without their idiocy and the refs. Play to your strengths. At the moment, Dobesh is our strength. That is true. Give that loser an Emmy. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, so far the Canadians' power play hasn't been amazing in these playoffs. Been kind of up and down, and then but at the same time, when the Canadians' power play has been bad, their penalty killing has been very good. They were very good against Tampa, and then Buffalo. They did enough to keep Buffalo at bay. So there you go. Madison's having a great series so far. Nice try by Svechnikov and Ehlers in front. What do we what do we got here? A little 4-on-4. So 4-on-4 for 20 seconds. Svechnikov draws him and then takes him. He's an interesting player. I like him a lot. He's a real pest, but he's good. Good player. Got injured though, and like kind of took him a while to get going. I will say. So far, Madsen has been on the ice for all three Carolina goals. Is that the case? He does play an awful lot. Yeah, the Habs got to start putting some shots on Freddie here. Man, a two-shot first period. Not great, but still tied 1-1. That's a classic, just like late, late giveaway thing that just like a little brain cramped at the end there. But I mean, after the first period, it's still tied 1-1. Shots 7-2 Carolina. Uh, can we win with under 9 shots on goal? They are on pace for 6 tonight. So hopefully they can put a little more puck on Freddie Anderson. Don't deserve to be tied. Well, unfortunately, as you may have seen, life is not about people don't get what they deserve in this life. So um, the Canadians, all they can do is count their lucky stars and play a little better next period. Slap is the next Kovalev. I could see that. dazzling and frustrating, often in the same shift. Still better than a one-shot third period when you're trailing. That was a really off. You guys think that that period by the Habs was awful. The third period by Carolina was really awful last game. So terrible power play. Honestly, lucky to be 1-1. It's pathetic period. Zero urgency on the PP. Lucky to be tied after one. Slav plays when he wants to. Turn it up in the second. They will need to turn it up in the second. They will not want to have another two-shot period. Carolina pressure on the PP is tough. No shots, can't score if we don't shoot ever. Exactly. Not the most impressive period, but they will take it, and they'll have 16 seconds of power play time when we return. See how horrible Montreal played? This game should not be tied. I don't know what to tell you. This is not how life works. Sometimes you play like crap and you win. Sometimes you play great and you lose. And that's just like life. I don't understand why you are potentially feeling like some sort of justice ought to be reaped here. Canadians could easily come out in the second and play really great, and that'll be that. Or they can come out and play terrible again and lose the tie game. I mean, c'est la vie. Like it just doesn't. It doesn't. How should I put it? Like it just is a fact of life what has happened. Deserves nothing got to do with it. Exactly, Rick. I mean, this is like I don't know what you want. You know, like I feel like you're unhappy about like that the Habs even won the last two series because like in your mind they were unworthy of doing so, and it's just like an odd way to sort of you know to look at it. Like it you know that stupid blind pass is going to come back to bite them. They scored on one in the last game, crazily enough. But yes, for the most part, I would not. Good road game, survived the storm, tied 1-1, perfect. Another good point. I mean, Carolina much more desperate to win this game and not go down 2-0 on home ice, going back to Montreal, and yet they find themselves in a not amazing position. I deserve to be rich. I too, Aragorn, deserve to be rich, and I don't understand. Uh, it hasn't happened yet. You're watching on your big TV before you leave because John still cannot watch the games. Yes, no, he's bad luck. He can't watch them. Why does everyone hate Struble? Uh, I people, I think, for the most part, don't like Struble because they would rather Jack be playing, and I don't think it has anything to do necessarily with Struble himself. Um, but you guys can. I think you guys can maybe expound on that a little bit about Struble. Who cares? We're up 1-0 after pounding them on their home arena, and now tied 1-1 in game two on another road game. We're going to be okay. I am rich in great hats, Phil says. Thank you, Phil. I'm actually incredibly broke because of all the money that I spend on hats. It's round three. Playing like this should not be acceptable. What does that even mean? They're in round three. They're gonna have their like bad periods and their good periods. In game one, they had two great periods. They had one bad period and they won. Tonight, they have one bad period after one and they're tied. They may have another bad period and lose the game. They may have two good periods and win the game. This is like how the game happens. We're not Michelin star chefs cutting sushi tonight where every single move has to be perfectly precise. Like these games are wars of attrition. Like things go well and things don't go well. Like I don't understand. Like they have a bad period and you're like they don't deserve to be here. And then they have a good period and you're like I'm just waiting for the next bad period. It's like just a like they're in of equal measure, you know? If they lose and play great, I can accept that. So if they played really great and lost, you'd be like, awesome. Or I accept not awesome, but like I accept it. But then if they like play not so great and they win, you're like, you don't accept it or you do accept it. I don't know. But I want them to play well. I want them to play, well and be the better team. But they were the better team on Thursday. I thought pretty conclusively. And tonight they have not been thus far, but it's 20 minutes of a 60-minute game. And I think everybody wants the team to be great for 60 minutes. It'd be great to be play great for 60 minutes. But because they are in the conference final, the team at the other end of the ice, Carolina Hurricanes, are also very good and also want to be really good for 60 minutes. But the truth is, it's going to be bouncing back and forth. That's just like from here on in, it's what's going to happen. There are going to be moments where the Habs get shelled and look terrible because the other team's very good. And then there are moments where the Canadiens will be very good and the other team gets shelled. And the hope is that effort is everything. As long as I see them try, I will be happy. I understand that it's frustrating to watch them have like a period where they just seem really out of sorts and they don't take any shots and they're just like not great. And it's not repeatable. What I'll say is if they're good for if they have a good second period, like it'll cancel out whatever feelings you have about how they didn't play well this period, or it should anyway. It should you should feel like if they go out in the second period and they play like crap again, like I totally get it. It's like 40 minutes in, you guys need to play better. But I think the reality is that they're gonna have stretches from here on in where they're just like not gonna be the better team because Carolina is also good and they're also trying to be the best team. And nobody from here on in is going to be the best team for 60 minutes. There might be like odd spurts where it happens, but for the most part, these games are going to be back and forth, as the other games were back and forth. Ultimately, I think the Canadiens were the better team for the bulk of the Buffalo and Montreal series. Uh, I felt anyway. Anyways, I'll be right back. Hold on. Just got to refill my beverage here. Okay. For the glass half empty people, Mark says the problem is that there are too many periods where they get badly outplayed. I mean, this is Gary Bettman's NHL, man. Like, it's parody. I don't think it's like that uncommon. Um, if anything, maybe there's more fluctuation because they're a young team and they get a little out of sorts. So the bad periods can be especially hard to watch. Like I kind of get that, but I do think that they're here for a reason. They made the third round for a reason. You guys are yes, the goaltending has been like super lights out, but it's an aspect of the team, and I do think that they've otherwise played pretty well for the most part. See, this is where I'm like they knew the Canes were going to come hard and they didn't want to match it. You're sort of ascribing a feeling to how they were playing, which may not be. You don't know if that's really what's going on here. I don't know if it's they didn't want to match it. They may have been incapable of matching it, to be honest. Um, Carolina is a very good team, and they may have just not been able to get on track. You say that if they come out and give it their all, I will praise them. I will judge them by period. We shall see. We shall see. Historically, I don't know if that's the case, but we shall see. I hope so. What a difference between the boring Sportsnet panels compared to ESPN and TNT. Oh, I know. The CBC, man, the CBC is really just like, and Sportsnet has really just like slept walk through this, through I think a very exciting playoff, in my opinion. I know the phrase "you're only as good as your last shift," but this is a 7 game series. We get stronger as the game goes on. Well, they're gonna have to. I will say, in agreement with everybody, that they can't play that period again. That period is like, if they play that period more often than not, they're gonna lose. So they really can't. They can't do it. They got to play better. The Hartford Whalers green and years later the blue jerseys are better than any uniforms the Hurricanes have worn in their lifetime. I totally agree. I love those love those Whaler jerseys of yore. But yeah, no, I think we're all like in agreement here. Like, not a good period, but hey, Canadians have escaped that period, tied 1-1 currently. Josh Anderson, your Montreal goal scorer, you're leaving again to not jinx the team. Yara, I appreciate your consistency in adhering to the jinx. So let's end a third. Yeah, unless it goes to overtime. I don't know if the majority of the Canes' 7 were from the outside, but yeah, Dano and Gooley with your assists, man. What a crazy playoff. Yeah, watching these Vegas highlights, man, I can't believe Vegas. They were messy this year. I can't believe they got good. They were getting good at the right time though. I'm shocked. Vegas to me looked like a really soft opponent this year. Didn't think they had a good regular season, but they've got so many veteran players who kind of sleep. Guys like Stone and Hurdle who kind of sleepwalk through the season, and then they're ready to go. Karen says, "Here's what I learned about retirement. I have no more idle time than I had before. Zero. Don't know how I handle day to day life with a full time job." That's funny you should say that, Karen. My mom recently retired. Um, yeah, my mom recently retired, and it said the same thing. She has a house. She lives in a house that's pretty old, and the upkeep on the house. Now that she's like retired, she's like, oh, I can finally do like all this upkeep on the house that I've been meaning to do, and it's basically more than a full time job for her. Like being able to like fix all the stuff and make it nice, and yeah, it's pretty. She would agree with you. I can't believe how many chances Colorado missed yesterday. Unreal. Rick misses working. Hey, you guys want to work with? You guys can work with me. No, nobody wants to do that. The official statement from the Anthem singer says the Hurricanes decided to go with one Anthem singer. Oh, but that's what the other Anthem singer said. He said it on Twitter. I don't know if that qualifies as an official statement, but I did see what he said. Women in retirement get busier. Men look around bewildered. That's That's pretty accurate, I think. I think that's pretty accurate. I gotta ask, since it's F1, anybody care about F1? You guys F1 people? Karen, you would work with me, but you have an ocular migraine. Hard to see. Oh yeah, that's not fun. That's no. Rest and recover. Kelly has not regretted retirement for 1 second. How cool was it watching the Victoire celebrating the win by drinking Molson from the cup on the ice? Karen watched game one 3 times. It was fun to watch. I think it has more to do with the person. Some people have to keep busy. It's their way of not dying, Max says. That's accurate. Some people can just chill on the beach all day and like love it. Um, but then there's some people that are busybodies. I have a feeling I'm going to be probably a busybody in retirement. I feel like I don't. I do have idle hands of the devil's plaything, right? Are we back here for just about back for? Yeah, exactly. We're just about back here. Thinking of harvesting geese. I don't know if that's a euphemism. Is that for real? What does that mean? It's kind of creepy. Morning, Timur. Happy to have you here as always. We're back for the second period, and the Canadiens need to play a lot better. That first period was a bit of a stinker, but they're tied 1-1. So them's the breaks in life. All the pressure's on Carolina. That's the important thing. The pressure's on Carolina to win this game because they do not want to go down 2-0 in this series. Nobody does. The Canadiens have already punched their that one all important road win in this series, and they're also starting this period with a wee little power play that is, as I was talking, has already wound down here. Glad to see we tied it up. Timur says no huge surprises being outshot, but Dobesh to the rescue. Yeah, he's been pretty good so far. I can't say that there was anything like super. Let's see if the boys learn to get their asses going. Yeah, I hope they've lit a fire or whatever under their keisters. They're gonna have to, Adam. Mark found retirement to be a big adjustment. Desperate teams make mistakes, Karen says. Yes, that's where the Canadiens can feast on Carolina, hopefully. That's probably where they can have it. Because Carolina's going to keep coming, but if they keep coming, they can make mistakes. Did anyone see Murrayfield Pulane's post-game interview after the ladies won? Died laughing when she said she peed a bit when they scored while she was in the penalty box. That's funny. That is funny. I'm so happy for the Victoire. That was a pretty damn dominant win. I thought maybe it was going to go five. Did not go five. Wee bit of a quiet second period to start. Still 1-1 here. Carolina's got one shot to Montreal 0 in this period, but not really anything too outstanding. Jakob, Jakob Dobish having issues. Oh my God, his stick is stuck in his blade. I don't know. Have you guys ever seen that? Yeah, a stick stuck in his equipment. Have you? I've. They just let him play. He's got a stick stuck in his blade. That's dangerous. Oh my God, Timur, are you such a Cole Caulfield detractor that you would switch brand of deodorant for for because Cole Caulfield's in a commercial? That's hardcore, man. I don't know if I've ever done that. If I've stopped using a product because I didn't like their pitch man. I think I've just reluctantly been like, yeah, whatever. I like that product anyway. I'll keep using it. Anyways, you have lots of options for deodorant, so I'm gonna admit my deodorant of choice is the one that's on sale. I find the prices can vary, so I just like whatever one I can get for $2 off at Farmer Pre. That's the one I use. Already 4 minutes into this period, and not much going on. Nothing to report on. Nice shift here by the top line, though. You know, I would have liked to see Caulfield instead of going for that like pass with the redirect shot, just take a shot. They have two shots. Take a shot. Still a good shift all the same. With an icing though, on a little too hard a pass. Still two shots on goal. Already better period for the Habs. They already actually have a little pressure. Remember the '90s Hulk Hogan speed stick commercials? I certainly do. I was a kid back then, not using deodorant, but I probably would have used deodorant. I will say that Carolina came back with a pretty good shift right after this, right after the earlier Habs shift. They did all right, but yeah, you guys are really on about the whole teamwork Caulfield thing. It's just kind of teamwork's thing, man. At this point, oof. Kane's fourth line again, looking pretty solid here. Oof, Henderson, so much speed on that wraparound. Couldn't cut inside though, that's for sure. Adam says another meh period, but I will say meh is better than bad, so they're improving ever so slightly. I think this period is going better than the last period, but still not. They're still not taking. They're still not taking it to the Canes. I will say they need to. They do need to pick it up a little more than this. Oh, it wasn't in his skate blade. It got stuck in his pad. I thought it was in the skate blade. The glass half full people are more patient. As a charter member of the glass half empty committee, I find it annoying to have three shots almost halfway through the game. It is very annoying. The lack of shots has just been this like season long thing. I get that they like play their game and they don't fire a lot of shots on goal, and it's about the shots that you blah 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 blah. But three shots is like a real low amount. Like that's crazy, especially when you've scored on one of them. Like put some shots on. Yeah, why did they not call it? I guess I don't know the rules. But yeah, let's get some. Please, for the love of God, let's get some shots on goal. That'll make everybody a little bit happier. Need to string together a couple of good shits to get momentum going. Ryan asks, "Is there a rule?" This is presumably about the helmet thing. I mean, with the mask, there's definitely a rule, right? If there's anything wrong with the mask, they immediately call it. I'd imagine there's nothing with the pad, but at the same time, if there's some sort of danger involved, like the league can't allow a player to get hurt from some sort of equipment malfunction. So I think that rule can be used pretty liberally. They could have definitely called it. Um, thank goodness they didn't have to like Dobish didn't have to try to make a save like that because the controversy would have been endless. Instead, it's just a what if, it's just a what if at this point. Thank goodness for that. Al says if we can get the next goal, Carolina may crumble. They definitely seem pretty flummoxed last game. They're not flummoxed this game, but they don't necessarily they're not in the driver's seat tonight either. Habs win tonight. They haven't won yet. Although Karen, maybe you've got the broadcast in the future and you know. Yeah, that was a really difficult dump in for Dobesh, man. Those are the kind of goal. Those are the kind of blooper reel goals that we all are like, goalie let it in. But man, that thing knuckled on him fast. Had some English on it. So Carolina looks more like themselves than yeah, like speedy, not speedy, but like defensive, like very like positionally sound, as I would describe it. But they're not like a. It's not so much like they're burners, but they definitely just like move fast, like as a unit. Carolina's been really good at finding players that work in that system, like guys who I think have been like kind of underappreciated elsewhere. I mean, some of Montreal's difficulty of getting the puck to the net also stems from the fact that Carolina is doing a good job keeping them to the outside. Like, I can't say that Montreal has had like so many opportunities where they've passed up good shot opportunities. Like, I think they should take more shots, but I have seen these types of games that the Habs play. They are clutch. Yeah, when these games where they're allowed to hang around, good things have happened. Oh, really nice chance. Three shots halfway through the game. We could be looking at breaking that 9 shot record. Definitely possible. 4 shots now. But also, I will say 9 shots is also crazy. Like, like nothing's getting through right now. Like Carolina's also on pace for well, they're on pace now for 20 shots basically. They've got 10 shots now, but like I mean, this is a great shift for Carolina though. Habs need to Dobesh with another penalty, man. This guy, but Dobesh definitely interfered with that guy. Man, that Texier shot chance earlier was great. I mean, you get hemmed in. What do you expect? That was what, a minute and a half. Carolina was in the zone. There was gonna be a penalty called for sure. I don't know if Dobesh did his teammates a favor there. Another big kill coming up. Get all the cheap calls. Weak call perhaps, but the goalie can't. He can't. Get the guy out the crease like that. So I do understand the call was made. I mean, you guys are on about Caulfield right now. I don't know why. I mean, I know why, but bless all your hearts. I wouldn't bite if I were you. I wouldn't bite on the Caulfield conversation, but whatever. You guys, it's part of. I guess part of how it goes. So Carolina with a very nice chance here to take their first lead of the night. Uh, in what's been a pretty tight period thus far. I would call tonight a defensive struggle. A couple of movable objects tonight. When Tobias was trying to get that stick out of his skate, watch the Canes player in front of him. He was hitting the stick to dislodge it from his grasp. Yeah. There you go. It's not just the Habs that break their sticks. I mean, this Carolina crowd is definitely more with it than last game. That's for sure. We are back to 5-on-5. Is that your new lucky hat? Habination says. I wore this game 7 against the Sabres. Obviously, the Habs won, and then I kept wearing it. I wore it in game 1 on Thursday, and so far, I wear the hat until they lose, and then when they lose, I switch the hat. So far, this hat is 2-0. Hey, why is everyone so miserable today? I'm not sure. It's Saturday night. Weather's great in Montreal. I don't know if the weather's great where you are. Canadians have 4 shots on goal, which is kind of frustrating, but not. Carolina only has 11. Like they're not exactly like it's not exactly a shooting gallery tonight for either side. Let's go, boys! Yeah, they just killed a penalty, man. And I thought Carolina didn't. They passed the puck pretty well in the offensive zone, but they didn't really do anything. So now the Canadians, I think, have a nice opportunity to build a little momentum finally, but so far, nothing to doing. 5 minutes to go in this period. After the good guys win, everyone will be perfectly happy. I will say that this place is, we're all commenting on the game in real time. So our emotions are all over the place, I think. When things are good, things are good. When things are not good, things are not good. That is part of the the experience. So when anyone is being like, as Mark puts it, glass half full or glass half empty, it's part of the thing of being here, right? Because we're watching it in the minute, and then obviously in the minute we're swept by the emotion of it all. So it's part of the fun. So everybody, enjoy that. Kapanen has not impressed me. Max says Kapanen tonight has played Uh, 450 tonight, which is not a lot. But yeah, not is he having not a great playoff because he doesn't play much, or is he just kind of not ready for prime time in the playoffs? That's a good question. I think he's not ready for prime time, to be honest. Good season though. Good rookie season. I think he's going to be a good player for the Habs going forward. Just you know, I think getting exposed a little in this tougher competition. Slavkovsky had a stick slashed out of his hand. Tibor's always happy when they win. Refs are trying their hardest. Kelly's fan of Joe Veleno works his butt off. Yeah, would you guys want to see Veleno back in the home game? I could definitely see that happening. Regardless of how this game ends. Kapanen was here to provide a little bit of offense, and I don't think he's done that. Choppy game. Yeah, it's been Svechnikov off a weird angle off the crossbar. Mark with an interesting stat here. 29-12 Canes in hits. The last game was 44-18. That doesn't really jibe with my eye test, though. Am I crazy? I don't feel like I see them. I don't feel like I see. Could it be like some overzealous stat counting in Carolina? I don't feel like it's that. I actually thought that the Carolina Hurricanes did like a not very good job establishing themselves physically in game one. But obviously, when you're down 6-2, you're chasing the puck a lot, so they would have more hits. Just like how when you're in the defensive zone, you're going to block more shots. Not a Galley fan, but he deserves to play the next game. I didn't think that he'd have like the speed to hang in this series, and I still think that's the case. But I don't know. Watching this tonight's game, he could probably play in a game like tonight. Karen Smill's a goal coming. Oh, we have a second Veleno fan. Veleno for the PK. PK's been good though. Oh, what a goal by Ehlers. I mean, that was just a crazy goal. That was just a crazy goal. Yeah, you didn't see those hits last game, eh? Stop with the back passes, please. I mean, that goal by Ehlers was just crazy. I don't know. Oh my god. Good, you stupid jerks. Wait, are you rooting for the Canes? I don't understand. Perhaps you are. Hudson absolutely undressed. Yeah, he got. This game is over. You are rooting for the Canes. Have you been incepting us this whole time? Very odd. Very odd, Adam. Karen knew that's true. You said a goal was coming, and I thought maybe you meant the Habs, but maybe you meant the Canes this whole time. Dobish needs to have that. That was such a strange still 4 shots. And Slavin, who so maligned in game one. He had a pretty bad performance in game one. Uh, Yeah, what a goal by Ehlers. I've always been a fan, guys. I gotta say, I've always been a fan of Nikolai Ehlers. I'm not shocked that Winnipeg tanked without him. I've always been a fan of Ehlers. He's good. Oh, you did mean the Habs. Well, it didn't happen. Hudson and Caulfield, someone needed to get a body on him. Yeah. 5 shots through 2 periods. Do they have five? They do have five. I was like, I think they have four. No, they did get that fifth. Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, why are they not hate waiting excitedly all day for the game only to have this kind of outcome? 4 shots. They're up to five, but yes. It's crazy. I don't understand why they don't shoot more. It's just been like I understand that it's not their game, but at a certain point you have to like adapt your game a little bit to the competition. Ryan says, I won't be surprised going home 1-1. Carolina has very good players. Only Anderson is their weakest link. Blue always liked Ehlers as well. Still winnable. It's not over yet. I know. They just need to get some freaking shots. Wow, 4 shots. Can we maybe get a few more? Freddie doesn't need his pads on so far. I know. It's just like, get the shots, man. Timur says Carolina was stale last season. Series is on now. Forget the regular season win. They're trying now. Time to do some work. Yeah, they gotta get going here. Karen, post win possibilities. We need the luck. Don't worry about the comments. It's a free country. It's true. Some of those announcers drive me insane. Scream out power play like they just won the cup. Ridiculous. Vegas is by far the worst. Even if they do lose, it'll just be tie, but they can still win this one. Ehlers is treated like a rare crystal in our zone, basically doing figure skating moves for fun and not getting touched. That's also just a great skill that Ehlers has. He is just also an amazing. He's also just like such a great. He's just so great with skating. So Pimpson Hoyt, when they call, they're still announcing the power play 30 seconds into it. They look a little slow tonight. They do the game. The game has overall because I feel like the game itself is quite a bit slower, but that's playing to Carolina's advantage. They need to move. I don't find that Carolina's moving too fast either, but they're definitely being very methodical tonight. Problem is nobody's playing good tonight. Not one player. Gouli looked good on the and Dano looked good on the goal. We've passed tough shots countless times trying to make the perfect Hudson style play. We need to shoot. It's not a world beater, and that's for Carolina. They need to shoot. It's getting crazy. That's what happens when they pull the bilingual anthem singer. Karen's feeling that New Hook will being out hit 31-12 is giving the Hurricanes a free ride in the third period. Again, I don't feel like hitting has been their game tonight. I see the 31-12, but I can't say that that's like a reflection. I don't feel like it's a reflection of what's been going on. Oh, Suzuki. Man, Susie was right on the doorstep and couldn't do it. Horrible game from Suzuki. I mean, he's done a good job keeping other players off the score sheet, but he has not been great at 5-on-5 getting himself on the score sheet. Overwhelming wins for the Habs have been the third period. Regardless of regular season, Habs have done well. Where is this penalty? Oh, come on. That's the penalty? You have to hit in the playoffs. I don't. What I'm saying, Max, is that I don't think Carolina is hitting that much. That's not the game that I'm seeing them play. I debate the accuracy of the hitting stats from the Carolina scorekeeper, is what I'm saying. I don't know. I just don't see it being that lopsided. I don't see either team hitting that much. I think they're calling a lot of just like basic finish checks, but I can't say that I've seen a lot of hits from Carolina tonight. All right, you guys are like, Texier speared him. Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't have done the motion. Do I think Miller was wise to? They're reviewing. I mean, they're gonna call it. Anyways, second period's over. Another like weirdly shotless period for the Habs, and it's starting to frustrate us all. Uh, my God, it's 15 to 6 shots total this game. So it's not like Carolina is. It's not like Carolina's pepper and Dobech with a ton of shots either. It's a low shooting game, but in a low shooting game, it's like, oh my God, there's really nothing going on here. But frustrating to be clear. I understand why you guys are frustrated tonight. I don't love that you guys are kind of jabbing at each other a bit. Like, let's be like, it's the third round. It's the third round, and they're a goal, 2 goals away from, they're a goal away from being back in this. Uh, but again, I know we talked about the flopping, but I will say that if you make the original motion, like, you're gonna get called. Do you know what I mean? Like, he still did it. He still got a stick there, so it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? So the call's gonna happen. As Pimpfash says, they have 5 shots. Like, they have 5 shots on goal. They need to shoot more. This is getting stupid. There's not a very good goalie at the other end. Like get some shots. I understand that they're not giving them the opportunity to get some shots, but I think you got to start taking some get in the zone, go in off the rush, and just take a shot. Just give yourself a chance. Give yourself a chance for something to happen in front of the net. Because right now they're on the outside and they're trying to like find that guy on the inside. And they're trying to get in, and Carolina's not giving them the space. So your alternative, your 2 options here is to keep trying to find that open space, or just take a shot and try to get it going. And I think you got to just take a shot and try to get it going. Saturday night tequila night. I like it. 1 good period, and we're up 2. Canes slow down dramatically in the second. They're going to get faster in the third. I don't know. I think this is the game. I think they're actually trying to slow the game down because they can beat the Canadiens with positioning. I think they saw that they can't beat the Habs with speed, so they're trying to suffocate them. And I think that's what's happening in this game. Canadiens don't have a lot of shots on goal because they're not giving Canadiens the shooting lanes, and then the Canadiens are passing up like weaker opportunities. But they just need to start shooting. Young team's not going to win every game. If they come out with a split, that's a positive. Harry says Evans gets a shorty. We're all tied up. Adam says if Carolina scores on the PP, it's 100% over. I don't know if it's 100% over, but so far the Carolina power play has not been very impressive. So we'll see what happens. 5 thought shots through 2. Yeezus. Kanye West in the house. Putting pucks on the net is the answer. I am totally in agreement here. It's getting like ridiculous, but the Carolina Hurricanes, this is what they do. They're like an airtight defensive team when they're on their game, and this is right now they're playing their game and they're winning. And the Canadians just need to find a way to break through. And is it going to be like play in their game, quote unquote, or are they going to try to change things up? I felt like they changed things up. I felt like they changed things up against Tampa. I thought they changed their game up and they won. D. Smith says, I still don't understand why Marty tagged Kapanen into play, but he's getting practically no ice time. So after 2 periods, Kapanen has played 6:10, which is obviously the lowest among the forwards, but it's kind of comparable to the Doc and Texier. Bolduc's got 9 minutes. I don't know why. But yeah. It has been very impressive. They look incredibly dangerous. I don't think they look dangerous. I think they've suffocated the Habs and suffocated this game. They've capitalized on the two chances that they've on the 2 chances they've had. But like if you really like watch this game, do you think I don't think Dobesh has like stood on his head the way that he has in other games. He's allowed 2 goals on 15 shots. Like pretty average game from Dobesh tonight. I don't think Carolina's been like dangerous on offense. I think they've just absolutely suffocated this game on defense, and the Canadiens have had no chances, and that's been the difference. So Carolina's playing a different game tonight. This is the game that they can win. They can beat the Habs playing. If they play like this, they can beat the Habs. They can beat anybody. They're just so tight defensively as a like 5-man unit on the ice every time. But I don't think that the goals have been like coming to them with great frequency either. Texier is lucky he didn't get 5. Do we know what the call was in the end? He got 2 minutes. Got 2 minutes here. David believes. Go. Kurt says they've owned the Canes last 4 games. Sooner or later, law of averages is going to kick, and the Canes are going to win one. I mean, did you guys think that the Habs were going to go up 2-0? I mean, maybe. They still can. But the same thing happened with the Sabres, man. The Habs would, like, beat the Sabres pretty handily, and it was like, okay, great. They look like they're in control. And then what would happen next game? Buffalo would come back. This is where we're at in the playoffs, man. All these teams are, like, pretty even. When I owned my bar, clients would buy me a drink. It was tequila. God, how I shot back tequila. That sounds fun. I can't recall ever seeing a Habs team get only 5 shots in 2 periods of play. Yeah, I was going to say, you can't recall having seen it. They only got 9 shots against Tampa, and I would be shocked if they had even 5 after the first 2 periods. This is actually, D. Smith, I'm pretty sure it just happened recently. And you remember that moment. So I cannot ever recall. I think you do recall. And it happened against Tampa, as you said. But they are getting absolutely stuffed tonight. That is how I would describe it. We can't give the Stripes a reason to blow their whistle to stand. Yeah. They can't. Get any penalties. This penalty is already going to be a crappy way to start the period. I saw a Major League scrap at the Memorial Cup last year. Better than most NHL fights this year. Ooh, who fought that one? Last year's Memorial Cup? I don't remember. Oh yeah, look at Ehlers. Ehlers, man. Do you guys see that? Ehlers was staring down Dobish after that goal. He's trying to do something here. Man, Texas had a great playoff, but yeah, I'm watching that replay and whoa, whoa. When you get out hit 35-15, who do you think is going to be fresher team in the third period? Uh, yeah, I just don't think that is the actual total. I just like watching the game. I don't see Carolina laying that many hits. I don't see Habs laying any hits, but how do the Canes have 35 hits when they've had the puck for like the bulk of the period? Just an odd situation here. Ehlers knows Dovesh likes to chirp. Did I buy cake? No, I bought my wife one of those ice cream makers. I bought my wife an ice cream maker. Although our power play is non-existent thus far against the vicious Canes penalty kill, we won't get many cracks at improving without offensive zone pressure. It's not just the shots; it's making the Canes defend. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Canes are playing. I would say the Canes tonight are playing a pitch perfect defensive game. Canadians have got nothing. Like they have the one goal, but they've got nothing through. They haven't really gotten any chances. Canadians have been stuffed tonight. Obviously, that can't continue if they want to win. Jovic is the only thing holding us in. Ehlers would love to have him off his game, but so far, that has not worked out. I will say for people who've gone after Dobesh. Dobesh has proven to be pretty resilient. Unlike Buffalo going to the media, Hughes needs to talk to the head of officials and talk about the obvious embellishment by Carolina. That Texier penalty is. I mean, I'm watching the replay. He speared the guy. He did do it. Do I do I think Keandre Miller could have taken the spear with a gentle good nature? He could have, but the spear still happened. Doesn't matter how he reacted to it. Olivia, I assume you mean Olivia Dunn. Oh, Olivia Dunn, the Paul Scans' girlfriend. Oh, that's fun. I might watch the Jays game. How are the Jays doing? Are the Jays have their turned their season around? Oh, Karen says the game is over. They showed her many times. Yeah, I don't think the refereeing has been bad this series at all. Ridiculous. Our D-men have been absorbing those hits, and that wears you down. We were a heavy hitting team in the first rounds. You can't just abandon that aspect of the game and expect a good thing. But I don't think that they have been a heavy hitting team. Is the thing. That's what I'm saying, Max. I'm saying that the hit counter by the Carolina stats people, I think, might be a little off. I do. I genuinely do. I just don't see anybody hitting anybody all that much in this series. I do think the Canadians should hit more. I think Carolina should probably hit more. But I haven't quite seen that level of hitting at all in this series from either side. I could be crazy. If you guys think I'm absolutely like in the wrong here, you can tell me. But that's what I see. What I do see is a spear from Texier, which will result in a 2-minute power play for Carolina when we resume play. Do I think they're fixing the stats? No, I think that it's not that they're fixing the stats. I just think that the stats can be a little inaccurate from city to city, is what I think. And Carolina's not like alone in that regard. Pinvash says this game is about Canes having the puck 90% of the time and only 5 shots. Not on the refs, not diving, not bad or missed calls. NHL stats is 35 to 15 in hits. Is that in hits? That's what it says. The Habs can't play much worse, but they're a shot away from tying it up. 2 minutes for nutting. Oh my god, that is where Texier got him. You got to take your homer hat off if you think the refs are to blame for this catastrophe. The Habs have been terrible. I think the ref. Honestly, I'll be the first to criticize the refing in the other series, but I think they've called it like they've seen it so far. This game is still winnable. Still is. Game isn't over, true. But if they score on the power play, I'm turning it off. The way, I mean, are the Habs even going to get 2 shots in the third period, let alone 2 goals? Right? I don't think 2-1 is a clinic. I think the Canes have put on a defensive clinic tonight. I think they put defensively, I think they've put on a clinic. I don't think they've put on an offensive clinic. But defensively, I think this has been like I think they've played an absolute perfect defensive game tonight. And the Canadians have had no answer to the defense on the defensive side of things. Max has never blamed the refs for any loss. Put the puck in the net and it solves any refs' problems. At the end of the day, the refereeing is, they're human like the rest of us, and some calls go in Montreal's favor, some calls go in Carolina's favor. I think tonight the game has been called pretty down the middle. I think game one was called pretty down the middle. I think Buffalo, they called so many damn penalties. It was super annoying. But I didn't think they were slanted either way. I think they just called too many penalties. Game says ain't over till you say so. There you go. You can be like Cole Caulfield and just score in the third period. Okay, well, back for the third period. This is when you consider how many opportunities the Canadians will get in the third period. I've come around to Adam's thought that this is probably the game right here, this power play, because the Canadians are just like, it just seems unlikely that they will score 3 goals tonight. It just doesn't seem like Carolina's going to give them any space. But if Carolina can't score here, the Canadians can certainly score 1 goal, send it to OT. So we shall see. Jarvis didn't miss by much there. The stick in Dobich's skate should have halted the game. Yeah, I think so too, just for like safety reasons. She is cheering and will continue to cheer no matter what. Well, you will now be cheering for a team that is back at 5-on-5. Can't tell me that doesn't look impressive. The penalty kill was impressive. Is that what you're saying? That penalty kill was pretty impressive. Texay must be sweating. Big kill. Let's get some momentum. Yeah, this is like if the Canadians can't respond from that good penalty kill, then tonight might be pretty hopeless for them. 5 shots is just we have more goals last game than shots right now. The PK wasn't good. The Canes got a lot of chances. I did not see that many chances. They had that one chance, but I thought the Habs power play was penalty kill was pretty solid on that one. And now a pretty decent shift for the Habs, but again, no shot to like another. Like another decent shift for the Habs where they end up with no shots. Like it's infuriating. Just put one on. Stop freaking passing. It's so ridiculous. They just had 40 seconds of like ozone time. And they have nothing to show for it. Like just take a shot. Like what is wrong with them? Like why do they keep doing this to themselves? They're torturing themselves. Like I understand that the Carolina Hurricanes are like playing perfect defense right now. But you were in the zone. Like you're in the defensive zone. You got to just put a shot at Anderson's feet and see what happens. Gostisbehere misses a lot of nets. Got a good shot, but Canes with only two less shots than we have attempts. But like that many shot attempts is like really, really bad. We make too many passes, a season long problem, and they're like trying to. They know that they're like Carolina's playing a game where they're effectively keeping them to the outside and forcing them to make these like terrible passes because they know they're trying to get the person. Like right now, just shoot. No, and it's out of the zone already. This is getting crazy. They're not tired. They're being outplayed. I agree. It's just Carolina has just absolutely got an answer for them every step of the way on defense. This is a really, really impressive defensive game by Carolina tonight. This is why, they'd only allowed 10 goals entering the this series. Like this is the game. This is the game that they play to win. They just like suffocate you. That was a nice try by the Habs. They got to do more of that. We got we got a shot. But yeah, they got to get more shots. They got to get traffic. They got to just like be willing to take some ugly shots to just try to get like some momentum going. The first high danger chance that we scored, that does not shock me at all, which is crazy to say. The fact that I can remember all the high danger chances tonight is a bad sign. Different TV, I like it. Still 2-1. 13 minutes left in the third period. Shots are 18-6. Carolina. Yes indeed. 6 shots only for the Habs. Which you know if you've been following tonight, because that's all we've talked about, and rightfully so. So far this season, we beat them 4 in a row. Add last year, 7 in a row. Can't even get to the red line, let alone into their zone. Yo, Carolina is absolutely on fire defensively tonight. This is a real impressive. All right, here's the question. All right, here's my question for y'all. 9 shots over under tonight. What's your prediction? Let me know what you think. Will the Habs get 9 shots, or are they gonna? Is that Tampa? Doesn't look good, but it's just one goal. Jacob says. Karen takes the over. Mark says right at 9. Right at 9. Kelly also takes the over. So much hand wringing tonight. I know, I know. It's the no shots thing. I get it. I feel like you guys, like, if they were peppering a lot of shots and unable to score, you'd be like, okay, like they don't have it tonight. But it's the not shooting that I think gets everybody here so aggrieved. Ryan says over. We need some O-zone time to get physical. Law of averages. Always hated playing teams on losing streaks. Prefer teams on winning streaks. That's good. It's a good rule here. Let's beat them in OT. That'll shock them. Over. Well, if they want to get to OT, they got to score one more goal because it's 2-1 Carolina. About 12:30 or so left in the period. If they want to, oh my God, what a save by Dobesh! That's his big save of the night. Jarvis had a few good chances tonight, and but that's the one. So at least they've got Dobesh working. Did Dobesh save that? I thought he did. Do you think he missed? He might have missed. He might have grazed him, but it looked like he made the save. We probably quadrupled our ozone time. They're going to have to keep doing it if they want to get back in this. It's the only way. A couple shifts would do wonders. It's not like the Canes are overwhelming us. Just 19 shots with more power plays. I've said it all night. The Hurricanes are playing a perfect defensive game, but their offense is not like anything to write home about. Hudson doing the Gretzky tie, but it does look under. Anderson not confident in nets. Well, I got to put more shots on him. Nice try to Dobson though. And then Caulfield taking a what you guys like to call a Chester. Yeah. Suzuki with the Chester. That's exactly what happened. A shot. Build on that shit. Yo, that's all they can do right now. 7 shots on goal. They're 2 away from 9. There's 11 minutes left to go in this one. Hey, an 8th shot. It's an onslaught. It's an onslaught. 8 shots. I kid. Oh no, it's back to 7. They didn't count it. I'm so sad. Oh, that was a nice try. Matheson fumbled it off the bench and then wasn't really keeping track after that. But yeah, what a. I mean, I do feel like they've just lulled this game into a bit of a snoozer, which is, again, just like they're playing their game. Carolina's, like, all the credit in the world to Carolina. They're playing their game tonight, which is boring as heck. But they got to do what they got to do to win, and so do the Habs. And the Habs are down. We are just about at the midway point of the third period here. Canadians are at 7 shots. They had eight. They had eight, and they took one away. I got too excited. Only 7 shots. 10 minutes left in the game. She's going over. Yeah, they got to get 2 shots now, right? Jacques Lemaire style tonight. Yo, Jacques Lemaire. I hope Jacques Lemaire's watching. He'd be proud of the Canes tonight. Wow, I thought Carolina had a very good chance on that turnover, and they were the ones that hesitated a little bit in the way that the Habs have hesitated, trying to make that perfect pass. That was a nice shift by the Hurricanes, but the Habs get out of it. That Jackson Blake line came into the this series, man, the hottest line in the playoffs, arguably, and they've mostly been kept at bay. I knew Hook likes to take shots. Deflected that one. Oh, shot right in the pants. That's a penalty, hiding the puck in your skate. Is that what he did, though? I mean, he probably knew it was there. He's being a little clever. But that's just a good old fashioned whistle and commercial break. Dobish has done his job. Now it's time for the Habs scores to do their job. Yeah, they haven't done it yet. That's a shot block. Big line needs a big shift. I know. They were so good last game. Where's that top line now? Like everybody else on the Habs tonight, just stuffed. Can we tie this? Jacob says. Well, there's 8:58 left in the game. Habs have 7 shots on goal. Have not been able to find the net at all tonight. No chances, not much. Not much in the way of chances. Not much in the way of much of anything. They're gonna have, but it's still a one bounce game. Carolina has also not on offense. They have also not been dominant on offense either. As dominant as they've been on defense. Got to shoot the puck more. Understatement of the century, but they're not going to tie this game if they don't take more shots. Rick says we can tie. Dobish has kept us in this all along. He's had two big saves in the third period to keep this one goal game. Yes, we can tie it, but we have not been playing like we have. They have not even given themselves a chance really to score here. Something is going to have to change. They're going to have to play with a little more desperation. And historically, this season, they have. So hopefully they can channel that a little bit. Less than 8 minutes to play. Still 7 shots on goal. Carolina's got 20. They finally hit the 20 mark. This has not been a big shot game. It's been a tight defensive battle for both teams tonight. There has been indeed a lot of chirping. 7 shots in the third period of a conference final. Is this near a record? I think we're gonna find out pretty soon. They set a lot of records with that 9 shot win, so be curious to see what happens here. They're up to 8 shots. They are indeed up to 8 shots. Hallelujah. Josh Anderson. Josh Anderson knows how to go to the net, my man. What a jam. Jams at home. Tied 2-2. 2 goals on 8 shots. That's why you gotta fight. That's why you gotta shoot. That's why you gotta shoot. It's all tied up. I call that weak D by the Canes. They've had perfect D all night, but they finally make a mistake. And there you go. Anderson. Wait, which Anderson gets are you Freddie Anderson or are you Josh Anderson? I can't. There's two Andersons involved here. Josh Anderson just skipped the regular season. Andy the playoff warrior. That is his fifth. And Alex Carey, man, like some of these guys are getting assists. It's crazy. And what a shocker. 10 shots, and they get the over, too. Anderson and Beauty get paid too much, but love him. Hey, he earned his salary tonight, I guess. Wait, Karen, you did predict it. You said they would tie it. And they did. Let us know when you get a thought about the rest of the game here. What counts, like Blue says, it's the goals. Sometimes they win cup on a fluke, like 93. It looks like they're due for another fluke cup. I don't know, I won't go so far, but a shocking turn of events in this game. But there's still 6 minutes to go, and Carolina, less than six, and Carolina looks pretty. Oh, they've added. Right, that's Geno's second assist. I mean, that's been the team all season, man. They just sometimes they don't look like they've got it, and then all of a sudden they've got it. Tied 2-2. Time winding down. Could there be overtime? Please tighten up in our own end, Derek says. Habs legs are moving. Lots of time to win this one. Next goal wins now. Adam, we're getting tight here. There's 5:31 to go. So, and it's a low scoring game. So if somebody can, if this doesn't go to overtime, it might be tough here. Not as Rick says, never over till the fat lady sings. Anderson for the Hattie. Maybe the playoff ghost of Carolina will take effect now. The Archer Zerbe ghost. No, he's alive. He's good. It's just unreal how Lady Luck has been with us. Hey, you got to be lucky to be good. Good to be lucky, as they say. All right, about five to play. I Heart Anderson. He's man, what a player. Yeah, 14 goals for. Yeah, Anderson's down to a 14-15 game goal player in the regular season, but his game has never been better. Weirdly enough, I know we were constantly on him in the early part of his contract to score 20 goals, and I think now that he's sort of become a more rounded player who kills penalties and forechecks really well, you put up that there's like five less goals in a season. You know what I mean? Karen says play nice. You guys should play nice. The team is actually tied and could go, could potentially still win this game. So I think it behooves us to not. Oh my God. Anderson has no clue what's going on. That was on New Hook, right? 11 shots, man. It's a veritable murderer's row here. Jano at 10 points now, I think. Yeah, he's got 8 assists and 2 goals. That's unbelievable. He doesn't look comfortable. Freddie Anderson, you mean, Adam? Yes, Freddie does not look. Anderson's good for 10 goals. He's got, what, 14 last year and 15 this year, something like that? Or back reverse? Oof. Stankoven's a good player. Very nice acquisition by Carolina. They acquire good players, they make good moves. Is Dobson an NHL player or a local beer leaguer? I thought that this series was going to be like his time to shine. He's like seemed healthy again. It's a series with like again like a lot of speed, not as much physicality, but he's been all right. He almost scored earlier actually. That was pretty good. 2 minutes to go, and it's tied 2-2. Yeah, Struble on the ice also makes me nervous. He's not good enough for. He's a perfectly fine defenseman, but I wouldn't say he's like. We're in the final four here. He's not a final four defenseman, if you know what I mean. Man, Anderson just like watch that new hook play again. Kirby Doc needs to wake up. Yeah, he's hasn't been so. I mean, he obviously had his moments in the first 2 rounds, and so far, I mean, obviously in last game he didn't have to do much. But I mean, that's what's happening. The competition level's ramping up here, and you're gonna see who's got the medal here. Not everybody does, and that's fine. You're not gonna have a team with 21 guys that are like playoff performers. So you got to have some guys step. Some guys are going to step up. Some guys are going to step back. That's how it goes. I really thought Stéphane Lebeau would be good too. Hey, he had his moments. He didn't have a long career, but he was good. Fourth line hasn't played much. No, they have not. In fairness to Johnson, the injury excuses apply, but we did as good without him. Yeah, I mean, it was obvious in like the early part of the Buffalo series, he was not 100%. I still don't think he is, but I do think that Dobson should be a little more effective now. Like I do feel like the game is now suited. This series is like suited for his play. I find, but he's been okay. I Oh man, new hook baby. Love to watch it. And we are going to overtime. Unbelievable. Well, you guys are gonna get a little more hockey tonight. It's we're done regulation here. Um, so the Canadians are in familiar territory with where they've been all season. They're heading to overtime. As Blue says, next goal wins. Mark says it best. If the Habs win this one, I'm going to church. What was the shots on goal at the start of the third period? Habs had 5. Habs had 5 shots after the 2 periods, and then they had 7 shots in the third period. Cameron Rooney says, we will win tonight. Cole Caulfield. Timur said Dobesh had a lot to do with the Canes' missed chances. Canes will have more energy. I. This is literally a repeat of like the Buffalo game and the Tampa game, and Montreal won those ones. So I don't know. Anything can happen, Adam. I feel like have you watched enough hockey in the playoffs? You've been here every game, so I gotta say you know better than anyone. There's just any bounce can happen. It doesn't matter if the Canes have more energy. One silly bounce in this game is over. Andy for the dream finish for the game. That would be crazy if he scored again. Freddie Anderson looks shaky, whereas Dobesh is built for these moments. Kelly says I have to walk my dog in de-stress. I hope my dog doesn't want to go for a walk. I don't got time to take him. Their goalie, Freddie Anderson's looked vulnerable since the Habs tied the game. Yeah, it is bring your St. Flannel, Mark. Oh my god, this is I can't believe it's an overtime game. Very low scoring game tonight. It's tied 2-2. And not a whole lot of chances, I think, just like across the board, really. Adam, we have literally gone through where Buffalo had more momentum going into the overtime and lost. Tampa more of momentum going overtime and lost. Like it just doesn't matter. Like it is completely random. Like it doesn't. It like any bounce will end it. That's if there's any lesson in this playoffs, the vicissitudes of life is that once we get into overtime, doesn't matter. Like it just doesn't matter what happened. Doesn't matter if the Canes are more rested, if the Canes are feeling amazing, if the Canes are this and that. Like it just doesn't matter. The Canadians could win off the dumbest shot in the world, and against Anderson, it seems very possible. Like it just doesn't matter. This team played uninspired for 2 periods, but they never quit, which is kind of where it's at. I don't want to see Doc. Yeah, Doc. It's not Doc's night. I wouldn't apologize to your wife for taking you away from her birthday. Yes, I do. I am gonna owe her a nice steak dinner. She likes pasta. A nice pasta dinner, I think. Overtime is the long change. They need to be careful. OT was not my bingo card, but I'm gonna say Anderson for the Hattie. Oh my god. Yeah. Hold on. Do we? Okay, we got a couple Andy Hattie ones. Hold on. I'll be back. I got to go for a quick refill. Sorry, I know how Phil Deneau waits until the end of the game to eat the pizza, but not me. I needed to eat something. All right, what kind of predictions do we have? The The's got this. Adam says they don't deserve to be tied. This is a lucky tie. This has been a very bad game. There's no denying that. It's been a bad game. I'm not going to deny that. But as I've said repeatedly, it's nobody deserves or doesn't deserve. One team plays better than the other. It does not entitle anyone to. No one's entitled to a win. Like it's just not how sports works. So like I don't like understand the like they don't deserve to win. Like but they might. And it's just how it goes. Like some games, some teams play better and they don't win. Some days you don't, and I don't think anyone deserves or doesn't deserve to win. If I'm being honest. Prediction. Karen says Cole Caulfield, Mr. Saturday Night. Ryan says Hudson. Uh, David says Demigod to win it with a sick assist or the goal. Al Wilson says Steve Smith of Oilers fame has entered the chat. Really? Fun. New Hook or Ehlers? Ooh, those are good picks. Man, if New Hook does it again, holy moly. Holy moly. Caulfield, Andy. Yeah, not all wins are pretty. Timor says Hudson or Aho. Canes might have more energy. That has not really been the case. It really like it's totally random. EF says I don't think we've been that bad. Good defensive game, and the Canes have been very good on D. They got the memo from Rob. Mark says we should all get along. We all want the same thing, and we all cheer differently. We should chill. Yeah, it's true. Like I might razz you guys for having some funny takes, but you can have whatever takes you want. You're entitled to your takes, and everybody should be entitled to their takes. Carolina should be more desperate in overtime. They should be. They might not be. Rick says, I agree, Jacob, that the energy may be desperation that boosts their energy. The Habs have done well in OT, but they need to find the net. Timur says this win would be key. A loss and we could get rolled. I think, man, I just think that all the series so far have been so back and forth. I see this one being that too. Even if the Habs go up 2-0, I'm not like coming back to Montreal with like so much confidence that like, oh, it's over. Carolina could win 2 in a row in Montreal. Just as like it could be 1-1 after this. Like I just the Buffalo and the Tampa series were super back and forth. I think this one can be 2. D. Smith says Carolina's outplayed our boys, but we appear to have Lady Luck on our side. Entitled to takes and razzings. That is true. That's what when people say it's a free country, that's what they mean. You can have your take, but somebody can also call you out on your take. A Dano style pizza. I know, but Dano eats it when it's over. I'm eating it before it's over, which might be bad luck. Is it better to be good or lucky? You have to be both. You can't win if you're not both. Pimp says Matheson. Timur says that the Habs have Dobesh on our side. That is a good advantage for the playoffs. Or sorry, for overtime. D. Smith says Evans is due. Mark says, Timur and his dislike of Caulfield. It's his opinion, might not be yours. Tough. We're allowed to have our opinions. That's how I see it too. Like, I don't get it. I don't get why I don't like Caulfield, but you can not like him if you don't want to. Up to and including buying a different deodorant if he wants. Ron Francis educating us as to what Red Room meant in The Shining. What the fuck broadcast are you watching? When you get to overtime, both teams did what they had to do to get there. How do you spell destiny? We got this. I want pizza now. Sorry, I'm sorry. I should be more discreet and not eat pizza. But guys, today's been this week. These playoffs have been long, and I just my energy levels were waning. I had to do something. Good versus lucky. How about both? I think you have to be. I think you have to be both to win. I don't think you win a Stanley Cup if you're not good or lucky. You have to be both. Other teams, these teams are too even. You know what I mean? That's true. Habs have been in OT way more. Carolina's a crazy good team. Crazy good team. But they haven't had a lot of like Carolina's going to play really desperate. But did they play desperate tonight? I don't know if they played desperate tonight. They played a great system game though tonight. I will all credit. Karen says, I for one love Dobie's chirping. We need more spit and fire in this team. Remember when people went crazy after Price's fight? I will say this about Dobesh. The man talks the talk, but he walks the walk. Ealer twisting around to shoot confused Dobesh on his goal. Yeah, he definitely was like a cool. That was just a cool goal, man. I'm channeling Deno. I wish I was channeling Deno. Dobie will know when not to chirp. I think so. If they win, I'll take it. I think we all will in the end. On the chirping, it seems one of the Sabres told Arbor, go back to Costco. Pretty good chirp. That is a good chirp. Didn't work. Mark says if OT goes like the game, then I expect the Canes to win, but you never know. And you never do know. You don't know what's going to happen in overtime. Again, the Canes could get 10 shots. Dobes stops them all. Alex Newhook fires from center ice, and that's it. Or Carolina could win on the first shot. Hockey is crazy. It's crazy, all guys. It's just a coin flip now. It's just a coin flip. Who knows? At first, I thought Dobes was a bit of a loose cannon, but it seems to be more calculated. Interesting. I like that take. All right. Either way, the Habs are going to not want it in the zone like this. They need to get out of the zone. I'd be okay never ever hearing Cuthbert again. Well, man, Jarvis is such a good player. Deadly. What a stop by Dobesh, man. Cool as a cucumber. I feel the same way. Holy Christ. Just, please, God, get it out of the Hab zone. I mean, Hudson. Something happened to Hudson in the corner, and he's like forced to stay on the ice here. It's pretty bad. Man, Eric Robinson's so good at just getting behind the play. He's a sneaky Pete, that guy. Oh, Doc with the turnover, and that ends it. Yeah, there you go. That's the end. Really nice goal by Carolina. Not a great shift. I mean, we said should have put that dock line out, and I feel like that's what happened. And that one ends pretty fast. Carolina scores at 3:29 in overtime, and sure enough, Nikolai Ehlers does the damage. Whoever predicted Nikolai Ehlers, you win a pizza or something. No, you don't win a pizza. Thank you guys for joining. That was not yeah, that was not that was not the line that they should have had out there, but they got stuck a little. I will likely, for tech reasons, have to end this one perhaps a little fast tonight compared to usual. Usually, I like that guy. I like having you guys on a little later, but I have to do some. We're short staffed tonight on Saturday, so I got to do a little extra technical business. Unfortunately, so I will tell you that same as always, we got the hidden game come in about an hour on the website. You can see the Liveblog replay right now if you want. Joe Valeno next game. Yes, Kapanen has done absolutely nothing. Let's see Joe Valeno in there. And then tomorrow we've got What the Puck, and we've got About Last Night, and all weekend we've had F1 Spotted, all the fun celebs. I hear Drake is in town. Maybe we're gonna have some Drake stuff. You guys fancy Drake? I don't think so, but maybe you are. Maybe you are. Not a great game tonight. The Carolina Hurricanes played a really great defensive game, but the Habs almost won it anyway. So you guys say that the series could be short. I don't know. Canes did whoop their asses in game one, so I think we're just back to even here. We're just back to even. It's not anything crazy here. All right, it's not but the Canadiens are going to have to get more shots. As you guys know, 12 shots ain't going to do it. And sure enough, that's that. And Pimp's going to be at the game on Monday. Pimp, have a good time at the game. I hope you're. Did they win the other game that you were at? Are you a good luck charm or you bad luck charm? Whatever you are, I hope the good luck continues for the Habs. They almost got really lucky tonight, only getting 12 shots on goal and almost winning. They pushed it to overtime, but not enough in the end. So thank you guys all for coming. Gonna have to call this one early tonight. As I mentioned before, I got to do some extra website work because we're short staffed on this little Saturday. But thank you guys so much for coming, and I'll see you guys on Monday. We're back in Montreal. It's game 3, and it's even. The series is even. It's not over for anybody yet. Not over for the Canes. Not over for the Habs. This series is gonna go long. I think another long series. All right. Have a good night, y'all.